And just clicked it. We're live. Alrighty. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Cap Rack. My name is Tyler Blumenstick, joined by Sam Meehan. We're with you guys almost every single Saturday at 11 o'clock for the last, Sam? 3-4 weeks?
Yeah, 3 or 4 weeks, I think.
It's definitely 3. I don't know if we got the full month yet, but I'll tell you a month that we are looking forward to, and that is called March, coming to us within the next couple days. I don't really know what the schedule is for March Madness. Do you know? I feel like it's going to be all kind of messed up.
Actually, I don't know how they're doing it because, it's all in Indy, but I'm assuming they have a few venues. They can still do their general, 16 games in a day to start.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. Let's see. What are we going to do today? We got some college basketball picks. Got the model up. All right, Sam. Let's see. We're going to go Mississippi State down all the way to our Georgia Tech game.
That works.
And then we'll go and we'll touch on the remaining. Hold on.
Yeah, there's still some big games outside of that we should at least mention.
I agree. Okay, so we have 20 games to go over after we go through the picks. Going through the picks, it looks like we have. Sorry, this is taking a while. All right, we got 13 picks and 20 other games to go through. So, yeah, we got only an hour until first tip at 12 o'clock, and we got to give people time to get the bets in. Place them as we go along, all this type of stuff. Ask some questions, interact with us. We want to hear and read the chat and talk, so that's going to be it. Let's do this. All right, starting off with the first pick of the day, we are going to go with the Alabama-Mississippi State game. Alabama, I don't know what they're ranked. Is it still 6? They didn't roll over the new rankings, right?
They are 6, yeah.
6 still. They, I don't know if I really believe that they're a 2 seed, let alone the top half of the 2 seed. Like, I don't know. They didn't play very well last time out. Anyway, let's focus on today. What'd you say?
Try telling you.
I know.
Arkansas is legit.
Arkansas is legit, and I believe we're going to touch on Arkansas at some point today. I don't see them as a pick. However, we're going to go through there. I did look at the Arkansas LSU game, and you said you have a pick deviating from the model. It might be that one. I don't know. We're going to see. Who knows? Okay, so Alabama -6 at Mississippi State, 143.5 on the total. Model's looking at a 76-71 Alabama win, so about a little over 5 points difference there. Given the spread is 6, we're looking at Mississippi State +6 with close to 1 point of edge. So I don't know if I necessarily agree with this. Mississippi State is, I feel like, an average SEC team. They are what they are. Alabama is one of the better SEC teams, but Arkansas is not considered really necessarily at the top of that division. They're good. They're definitely above average. However, I don't know. Alabama's getting a lot of love this year, and covering 6 points on the road, if they're on, they're going to cover it. If they're not on, then I feel like Mississippi State is going to stay in, and that's pretty self-explanatory. You got anything else on this?
Yeah, we've seen this year that Bama's trying to struggle on the road a little bit. There's no last 3 road games here. They have a loss at Mizzou, a 3-point win at South Carolina, bottom feeder this season in SEC, and then a 15-point loss the other night against Arkansas. So I do like State +6 here at home, just given Bama's struggles on the road all season.
Yeah, it's the road struggles, and Alabama's a team that needs to stick to their offense and rely on it and play kind of an up-tempo kind of game. So if they can't get that going, you will know really, really early in this one, and might be a little live bet game if you don't have the newts to place it pregame. You can monitor the live line, that type of stuff. But Mississippi State is going to be the model pick for this one. Before we move on to the next game, I'm just going to go over to the statistics and kind of give you guys a little insight on how we come to this. I talk about it every week, so if you're new here, you'll like this. If you've been here before, you've probably heard this before. But I keep a statistics page, basically a bunch of different criteria, like when the spread is within a certain range, when the model is pumping out a predictive edge of a certain range. Same thing, we do that for against the spread and with the total. So we found that we're nearly 60% productive when we are predicting an edge between 0 and 1. When we're betting the favorite, we're 38 and 28, so 58%. We were up at around like 61. We've dropped a tiny bit, so full transparency, we're never going to tell you that we have 100% correct picks because we don't. But you have to kind of have a mindset and be able to accept your losses if you're sports betting, or you're going to get really stressed out, you're going to get really pissed off, and you're going to start chasing, and we don't want to do that. So Caps on Sports is trying to change the stigma of sports betting, showing that you can kind of take more of like a stock market approach to it, kind of more methodical and that type of stuff, as opposed to throwing like 250 to 1,000 or whatever, something way out of your means. Obviously, it's relative, but we're 38 and 28 within that range on the favorite, 59 and 36 within that range on the underdog. So that's what we're sticking with on the picks. If you hit at 60%, you can bet sports for a living. So if this model isn't just giving us this output for this year and it's something consistent, I feel like we're sitting on a gold mine here, Sam. However, only time will tell. We have about, I don't know how many games this is, 665 games in the model so far this year. Really sticking with power conference teams and the better mid-major teams. But we're up, we're 349 and 310 against the spread and 347 and 318 against the total. So kind of sitting around that 53% total, but I mean, there's games in here that people would probably never consider betting in the first place, and I don't know. Just got to find ranges that work, and that's exactly what we're doing. So let's keep moving on. We are going to move on to Marquette versus Yukon, a game that I personally like a lot. Yukon -7, 135.5 on the total. We have a 69-61 Connecticut predicted win, so 7.8 points of difference there, giving us 0.87 points of edge on Yukon -7. Marquette is not as good as they have been in the past. I like James Bouknight. I said a couple weeks ago that he's a fraud. He's not a fraud. He's really good at basketball. But him in that lineup really transforms this Yukon team that was playing well even without him. So putting him back into the lineup, he's been back for a couple days. I like this Yukon pick. Sam, what do you think?
Yeah, this spread's a little high for me. At 7 points, I don't particularly love taking Yukon here, especially with Marquette's. They're coming off a win at UNC this past week. But I mean, Yukon has been a covering machine this year. They're 12-4-1 against the spreads.
They are.
I can trust them here at home enough. If you have it at 6.5, I might buy down to get it to 6, which I'm a little more comfortable with. So let's roll with Yukon.
It's just that weird range. Like, Yukon's a really solid team, and Marquette is having a down year. Yukon has the home edge. It's just that, like, 6 to 9-ish point range, because, like, that really shows that it's more of a toss-up against the spread than anything. But if you set a spread at, like, 10 to, like, 15, like we have, like, West Virginia versus Kansas State today, I believe. It's at, like, 14.5. Like, that is going to be a convincing blowout. But we see games that are set at like 6 to 8, and it's just a close game down to the wire. And the free throws are usually the reason that it gets over the spread. So model says Yukon -7. We're going to move on to the next game out to the west. St. Mary's at BYU. BYU -8, 129 on the total. We got a 72-65 BYU predicted win. So we're getting St. Mary's as the pick with 0.74 points of edge there. BYU is a team for me that I haven't really been talking about, but when I go through my research, they're like that sneaky team that isn't at the top of their conference, obviously, because Gonzaga is Gonzaga, and I've been getting a lot of hate for saying that there is no team that will compete with Gonzaga this year, and I'm gonna hold true to it. I'm not one to really make these like crazy takes where I'm just like, all right, this team is literally going to win March Madness, but this is a year I'm comfortable sticking with Gonzaga, and we'll see what happens. But back to BYU, they've been like within this spread range for the last couple games rather, and got blowout wins. So St. Mary's is obviously having a down year. They're not anywhere close to challenging Gonzaga like they have been in past years as the number 2 team in that conference. But the model likes them today. What do you think?
Yeah, I like St. Mary's here. With a big spread like this, and St. Mary's is very good defensively. I think they'll keep BYU like in check enough to keep them within striking distance throughout most of the game. So long 6 with 2 seconds left, then yeah, I like St. Mary's to cover here.
All right, cool.
A lot of points.
Yeah, it's a decent amount of points. Okay, so next we're going to move on to mid-major. We got Boise State visiting San Diego State. I mean, it's not really mid-major. It's kind of just, maybe it is. Yeah, it is. San Diego State -6, 136 on the total. 74-67 predicted San Diego State win. We're getting a predicted San Diego State cover with 0.74 points of edge there. This I like. San Diego State is ranked. Boise State, pretty good. They're like, what, 17-5, 18-6, something like that? I don't know exactly off the top of my head.
Boise State 18-5, and San Diego State's 18-4.
Okay. The thing here is Boise State's on the road, and when you go into these mid-major games, and even within the better teams, like, these people aren't that used to traveling and playing up on the road with big crowds and getting the experience. So I just feel like San Diego State ranked at home, covering a solid little 6 number is possible, and I feel like it's very likely.
Yeah, they've won 9 games in a row now. They're playing really good basketball, and these two teams played just 2 days ago, and despite going to overtime, San Diego State won by 12.
That's crazy.
So they can, if they can turn it on, they can kind of shut down Boise State a little bit. So, yeah, definitely like the Aztecs. Is that their
San Diego State's the Aztecs, yeah.
Yeah, so I like them here to cover at home. Maybe a nice convincing win, because this is a team that maybe can make some noise come the tournament time.
I agree.
They're a team that I've seen a few times, a few occasions, make a little run in Sweet 16, Elite 8. So it should be fun.
Did Kawhi go to San Diego State?
He did.
Interesting. Okay, so we got San Diego State -6 as a model play. We're going to move on to the next game. Into the A10, we have Rhode Island visiting Duquesne. Shout out Zach Welland, Duquesne alumni. -1 for Duquesne, 135 on the total. We have a 68-67 Duquesne predicted win. Obviously, that's just rounding. I don't have the decimals in here, but it's saying Duquesne's going to win by 0.32 points. So given Rhode Island's taken a point on the road, we have them as a play at 0.68 points of edge, and I love this. I personally think this is a great play. I watched Rhode Island play Dayton last week. I've seen Rhode Island play throughout the year. Their record doesn't reflect the talent that they have. I just feel like they don't play great basketball. But when they need to score and they go on a run, they're capable of it. And Duquesne is just an average A10 team. I feel like this is a game that Rhode Island should really be able to win outright as 1-point underdogs.
I'm not gonna. I think you had a little edge with knowledge about Rhode Island here. I'm not too hip with how good they've been this season, but I'll trust the model here and roll with Rhode Island. I mean, just based off their normal teams. Like Rhode Island's normally a good tournament team. So
They are.
A little down year, but they still have a good amount of talent. So
Yeah, look, I'm not arguing that Rhode Island has had a great season because they haven't. They're probably they're like 12-11, I think.
They're 10-13.
Okay. Maybe 12-11 against the spread was that number that I saw?
They're 11-11 and 1 against the spread.
All right. So we got Rhode Island +1 on the road. Moving on back into the ACC, we have Wake Forest at Virginia Tech. Tech -10.5, second game back from their big COVID layoff. They had a big downer last time out. 132.5 on the total for this one. 73-62 predicted Virginia Tech win. That's 11.16 points of edge, so we're getting 0.66 points of edge on Virginia Tech as the favorite at home. I don't know what I think about this. This is a big number for a team that just really did not seem like they remembered how to play basketball after a big time off.
Yeah, well, Georgia Tech is far better than Wake Forest.
Of course.
So,
for sure.
Yeah, Wake Forest, last time we saw them, they scored a whopping 39 points against Clemson. So, and Virginia Tech, like, despite the loss to Georgia Tech in their last outing, like, they showed signs. They really weren't hitting shots. Like, they were playing decent offense. Just the shots weren't dropping.
Yeah.
A little rusty. It happens.
It does.
But I think a nice bounce back win today. But they need a win today here to stay in the top 4 in the ACC, which is vital for them to get a double bye in the ACC tournament. So I see a big performance here from the Hokies.
Alrighty, the alum has spoken. The alum has spoken. Is alum and current student?
Current.
Beautiful. Okay, let's read some TikTok comments real quick. Sendem2029 says Michigan. We're going to get to that one eventually. They're not even playing today, are they?
They're playing at noon.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Where is this game? I have so many games in this spreadsheet. Oh, yeah, it's Indiana. I have a pick against that one. Get ready for it. Richie Ben says, I need an Excel sheet of all these picks. Unfortunately, I cannot release my Excel sheet. But we do have a website and a Twitter feed. Yeah, very confidential. This is a gold mine that we're sitting on here. But we do like sharing with you. And when we do choose to share, it's going to be either on TikTok, Instagram, live streams like this, Twitter. You can check them out, Caps on Sports. We all tweet from our personal accounts with our picks, just so we can keep individual records. However, the Caps on Sports account is going to retweet any picks from any of our guys. So you go follow that account. You're going to get them, turn on notifications, and pretty much it. Sendem also says Texas Tech. That we're going to get to a little bit later as well. That's a good game. So I know those are both 12 o'clock games, Michigan and Texas Tech. So we'll probably get to them. I mean, based off the way we usually go, probably like 11:40-ish we'll get there. But yeah, definitely before game time. Don't worry. We got to get moving. Yeah, we're talking a lot today, which is good because that's the goal. Where am I? Yeah, LSU at Arkansas. We have Arkansas 5-point favorites, 161 on the total. We're looking at an 83-79 Arkansas win at home. So we got LSU as 0.16 or 0.61 points of edge there. I don't really know how to cap this game. Like teams like LSU, Georgia, Alabama, like all those SEC teams that just don't play defense and run up the score just freak me out because you don't know what you're getting. It's really, really dependent on hot shooting or even average shooting for the most part. Like you can go ice cold and those teams will lose by 15. They don't even stand a chance. I feel like you usually have a better sense of how these games go, so take the lead on this. Go ahead.
Yeah, so the model has LSU.
Yes. Correct.
And I'm going to go, I do agree with this one. This is not the one I'm going against our model for.
Oh my God. Sam, hold on 1 second. Left mic not on. Sam, no. I goofed.
I feel like not been hearing me the entire time.
I could hear you, but the stream can't hear you. All right. Brian, thank you for letting us know. Hold on. I goofed. Sam, talk real quick.
Hello.
This ain't good. All right, we'll be back momentarily. All right, putting the stream back up. Here we go. All right, putting the stream back up. Here we go. Sound. Talk, Sam.
What's up, everybody? Testing.
All right, I think we're back up on the live stream. My bad.
There we go.
Yeah, we're good. We're up. Sweet. All right, let's get back into this. No time to waste. Jacob asked, Georgetown versus DePaul. We're going to get to that at some point today, or some point in a little bit. Let's pick back up. Sam, continue on the LSU Arkansas game. We got Arkansas -5, 161 on the total. Model likes LSU with 0.61 points of edge. Go for it.
Yeah, I like LSU here. They got the firepower to definitely keep up with Arkansas. Both teams can definitely have the scoreboard. So going to be a lot of points in this game, and I could definitely see maybe this could be definitely a backdoor cover game if Arkansas gets out to maybe a bigger lead. But yeah, I like LSU to hang around enough with Arkansas to keep it close.
Okay. Next, we got South Carolina at Georgia. Georgia -5.5, 160.5 on the total. So two above 160 totals in a row, all out of the SEC. We got a 86-80 Georgia win. Georgia covering against the spread with 0.46 points of edge. South Carolina is like not a bad team, but like Georgia pulled out a very nice win last time out. So they're home. I feel like home favors the hot shooting team. Georgia needs to be that hot shooting team. I feel like you can ride the momentum. You better hope that they put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, if Georgia's on, they should win this game by close to 20. South Carolina is not good. Not a good basketball team, and Georgia is one of the more high-powered offenses in the whole conference. So If they're on, this should be they could run away with it really quickly.
Yeah, I would say so. They just don't play defense. That's the problem.
You don't need to.
Yeah, only if they score. All right, let's move on. We got Louisville at Duke, -5.5 in favor of Duke, 142 on the total. We have a 72-67 Duke predicted win, so a little over 5 points there. Louisville is going to be the play when the spread is 5.5. Is it still 5.5, Sam? Because
yeah, 5.5.
All right, cool. So Louisville is going to be the play there. This is a stay away game for me. Louisville is kind of having a little bit of a downer year, not like. I don't know. They're just not really in the spotlight. And Duke kind of started off slow, but are really making a case to say, hey, guys, put us in the tournament. We're Duke. We started off slow, but we're going to show you exactly why we deserve to be in the tournament. They're playing super well. Model does not like a Duke cover, but I could see it happening. I could see this going both ways, but I'm leaning more towards a Duke cover. So what do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely leaning more towards Duke here. Louisville, they've had look at that last week against UNC where they lost by 45 on the road.
Yeah.
And Duke is really figuring it out without Jalen Johnson. So this I think Louisville can cover, and I think Duke can cover too. So definitely is a steer clear game for myself. At least right now, maybe around 5:30 after a few winners that hit my account, might throw a little wager on Duke. But this is definitely a scary game to bet.
I totally agree. Okay, so if you're following along on TikTok, my phone is at 1%, so I'm about to fall off of this. Go over to our YouTube. The link's in our bio on the TikTok. Click the little camera thing, like the Instagram logo, I guess, and the Instagram and our YouTube are going to show up. Click the YouTube. You should see this live stream straight on our homepage. So we will see you there. Go talk to us in the chat, and yeah, we'll continue the show over there. See ya. All right. For everybody still here on YouTube and people coming over from TikTok, we're going to keep this moving. Let me plug my phone in so it doesn't die, and we'll be set. Next game of the day. Really good one. Baylor at Kansas. We have Baylor 5-point favorites on the road.
This is this line has changed. It's now 3.5.
3.5. Wow, that's a big little adjustment.
Yeah, that's a big switch right there.
It's a big switch. All right, so it's still going to be a play. It's going to be 1.88 points of edge for Baylor. I'll run through it real quick, but we're hitting at 56% from 1 to 2, but when betting the favorite, 42 and 33 out of 79 total games, so that's 4 pushes in there.
Mm-hmm.
Where is this game? Okay, so we got 3.5. Is it still 142 on the total?
Yes.
Okay. Model's looking at a 77 to 72 Baylor win, so about 5.5 points there. We're getting a little under 2 points of edge on Baylor, the favorite. I feel all right, so this line was Baylor -5. It's now Baylor -3.5. So that's saying that a decent amount of money is coming in on Kansas because I updated the model this morning. It was 5 like literally 2 or 3 hours ago.
Yeah.
So Baylor obviously had a really down game. They still eked out the win. I think they won by 5 last time out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember who they play.
They played Iowa State.
It was Iowa State. So definitely a down game for sure. The line was – I feel like the line is accurate. The reaction to the line is probably incorrect. Just based off the public and the public perception, everyone's like, oh, Baylor's like falling off, this, and that. Kansas is at home. They're going to cover, and they're just moving the spread down. So if you like Baylor, this movement is a gift. The model likes it. What do you think? I know you have you're going against the model for one of them. We're running out of picks down here, so it's going to be coming up soon.
You know it's this one. You know.
I'm wearing a Kansas hat, too. I'm taking Baylor today, but I'm wearing a Kansas hat that I just got.
Today is a great day to hammer Kansas money line.
But did you take it at 5 or are you taking it at 3.5?
I'm taking the money line.
Yeah, but the money line adjusts proportionately to the spread. So what did you get it at?
Yeah, so I like them. I like them to cover and I like them to win this game.
Okay.
Just like because I don't see two teams going into the tournament undefeated. At some point, Baylor's I think will lose a game, and there's two big options from the lose. It's at Kansas, who is on fire. They're figuring it out. They're playing their best basketball this season.
Yep.
Or this coming week at West Virginia. Those are two games that upset alert for Baylor. It's not a bad loss by any means. So
no.
I think the way Kansas is playing right now and Baylor with 2.5 weeks off, they come back and they don't play well against Iowa State. That's going to happen. They're going to play better today, but Kansas, I think, will be ready for them, and I think they can pull the upset. Which even isn't even a huge upset. It's 3.5 points. They're, underdogs by it. I'm trying to find if there's like an injury or something on Baylor's side, because I feel like even when we started the stream, when I checked, it was still 5.
Yeah, I don't really I was surprised that the line was 5 to begin with. Anyways, Baylor can win this game by 5 on the road for sure.
Oh yeah.
I just thought that they would set the line closer to Baylor -2, -2.5. So the public's adjusting, bringing it down, but I think Baylor's size is going to be the big thing here. I'm putting Baylor -3.5 in. I was going to stay away at 5 only because I'd either have to lay the -120 to get it to 4.5 or. And it's still an iffy play. So if you're going to lay more juice, you've got to be more confident than I feel right now about this game. But at 3.5 at -110, I'm willing to drop that down. Kansas, Sam likes, so we got to split, which is fine. Somebody's going to be correct, and somebody's going to be incorrect. The model likes Baylor, though, so Sam might be a little outnumbered. Computer and man versus man. All right, let's move on. We got Miami, Florida. I don't know why I said that. It's just the way it's written in here. Visiting Clemson, 13 points favorite are the Clemson Tigers. 128 on the total. We have 73 to 59 predicted. So 13.2 points difference there. Clemson is going to cover, supposedly, 0.27. I'm staying away only because it's a big number, and Clemson is they're a good team. They play really good defense, and I don't know how much Miami's going to score. I mean, it's going to be really hard for them to get to 55, but it's just if it's 55 to 60, 65, that's still not a cover, but it's a comfortable Clemson win for a low-scoring game. I'm going to stay away. I don't know what you think about this, but model likes Clemson, which I feel like if I had to lean one way, that would be the way. What do you think?
Yeah, I definitely would lean Clemson, but I made a deal with myself a few weeks ago to never bet on any game with Clemson in it, because when I bet on them, they are the worst team in college basketball, and when I bet against them, they turn on and win by 20. So this team makes no sense, and I refuse to bet on them or against them. So, but if there's a play, I do like Clemson. Miami's, they're too banged up. They really don't have much, weapons offensively. So, and Clemson plays very good defense. I mean, last time out, they held Wake to 39 points.
That's insane. 39 points in 40 minutes. Hello?
You plan on joining us anytime soon, guys?
Seriously.
Game started an hour ago.
Okay. Next game we have Florida State minus, I think it's 2.5 now. I have it listed at 3. North Carolina at home, 151. Sorry, I didn't really explain that very well. Florida State at North Carolina. Florida State -3, 151 on the total. We're looking at 75 to 72 in favor of Florida State. So 2.83 points of edge here. What is the line? Can we confirm this real quick? Because at 3...
I think it's 2.
2? Okay, so... all right, I'll walk through this.
What time is this game?
It's 2 o'clock, I believe. Sometime midday.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking on FanDuel. They don't have... They are it's 2 points.
It's 2 now? Okay, so let me make this little adjustment. Florida State is now the pick favorite, which I'm a fan of. Personally, North Carolina has been playing better. They're home. Florida State is probably the best team in the ACC, but a big question mark today, and I don't know if we can find the answer just yet. MJ Walker hurt his ankle, I believe, and may be out. He didn't play on Monday. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to Twitter search MJ Walker and see what I can find. Probably just a bunch of people pissed off that they don't know the status of MJ Walker, just like me. But yeah, we'll find out. Let's see. Talking with, this is a guy named Joey_Powell. I guess he has a podcast about North Carolina. He's talking with this other dude that covers Florida State. He thinks that MJ Walker will play today for FSU against UNC. This account at NCAA Fantasy Hoop says Florida State, MJ Walker, Tanner, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, and Malik Osborne are game time decisions today. Yeah, so it seems like it's game time decision. Try to kind of make that go as close to game time as you can without waiting for the line to adjust for MJ Walker being in. So you need to get on that immediately. Yeah, I don't know. I like Florida State a lot. Sam, what do you like?
Yeah, I definitely like Florida State here. I'm a little worried that they're on the road and they at times can falter on the road,
Yeah.
especially to like some better competition. But this is UNC, like they're so inconsistent. Like last week where they beat Louisville by 45, and then they come in this past week and lose to Marquette at home by 13. Like I don't know what to make this UNC team.
I don't either.
So I'm leaning towards Florida State, and I'll probably end up taking them at 2. I'm just curious to see how this line adjusts if Walker is confirmed in like well before game time or not. So
Yeah.
it's something to look out for.
I mean, I think it'll jump up to like 3.5, 4 if that's the case. But anyways, we don't know the answer, so why bother harping on it for now? We'll know in a couple hours. The last pick of the day in the ACC is going to be Syracuse visiting Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech minus 4.5. Has it adjusted at all?
I have 4.5 too.
All right, cool.
So
144 on the total. We have a 75-70 Georgia Tech win. It's actually a rounding error, making it 5. Well, not an error, but rounding makes it 5. But it's actually 4.53. So the spread is 4.5. Georgia Tech 0.03 points of edge. I like this a lot. Syracuse, I don't have the stats in front of me. Oh wait, yes I do. Give me a second. Hold on. Sam, do you have any insight on this game while I get the stat that I'm looking for?
Yeah, Georgia Tech has been playing. They won 3 games in a row against Pitt, Miami, and Virginia Tech. They're playing good basketball. Syracuse, they are not good. Well, they're not a bad team, but they have struggled on the road.
Yeah.
Against Duke by 14, against Clemson by 17, just in like of recent games. So, it's just like kind of a bigger spread, but I definitely do like Georgia Tech. I would have liked it a little less, less points. I think maybe 3.5. I was more expecting. So, but Vegas, maybe they know something. So.
Oh, they definitely know something. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, they might know a thing or two about the sports.
All right. Some quick betting trends about this one. Syracuse are 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 road games versus a team with a winning home record. The Orange are 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 road games versus a team with a home winning percentage of greater than 60%. All right, that's basically the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
And Orange are 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 games as an underdog. You go on the other side of the coin to Georgia Tech. Yellow Jackets are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 games overall, 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 Saturday games, 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games versus a team with a winning straight-up record. I like this based off the eye test. I think Syracuse struggles on the road. It's not even that I think that they do. They do. Georgia Tech minus 4.5. Book it. I feel like this is going to be a comfortable win. The Alvarado takeover. We're going to see Alvarado really shine, I feel like.
And Moses Wright, too. He beat the hell out of Virginia Tech the other day. And, if Syracuse, I don't think has really have a guy to really match him down low. So, yeah, that duo is going to wreak havoc for Syracuse or on Syracuse.
I really want Georgia Tech to make the tournament.
Yeah, I thought they could be a fun team.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be right now. Like, they're definitely not in as of today, I would say.
No.
But you make a run in the ACC tournament, you take down some solid teams.
Exactly.
Even if you don't win it, maybe you kind of get in like a last 4 in kind of situation. But, that's pretty much it. Those are all our
Move on
picks.
to the there's stuff. There's a few games that we should go over.
Indeed there are.
We'll start with Michigan versus Indiana.
Sure.
So we go in time order.
Yeah, I think we should go in time order. That'd be pretty good. And then whatever we don't get to either, I mean, there's no reason we can't make this go past 12 o'clock as far as our live stream, but I don't know. All right, Michigan, Indiana, where is this game? We have Michigan minus 8.5, 138.5 on the total. I got Indiana at +9 today. So the line's moving up in favor of Michigan.
I have Michigan minus 7.5.
Okay. Interesting. So it's teetering. There's a lot of
Yeah, that's a
indecision.
little odd.
I'm gonna check my website, but I'll do that after this. Let me give you the info. Here we go.
I mean, I don't care what the
72.
spread is. I think Michigan's going to kill them.
I disagree. I
Do
don't
you
know.
now?
Yeah. So the model is looking at I keep losing this. 72-66 Michigan win. 6.16 points difference there. We're getting Indiana plus or 2.34 points of edge. It's not a high confidence play. I looked at it and I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Michigan might still be celebrating the win over Iowa. That was a crush win less than 48 hours ago. Literally a day and a half. They played a night game on Thursday. They're turning around playing a 12 o'clock game on a Saturday. Indiana's a sneaky team. They have something to prove. Archie Miller's on the hot seat. They're going to play hard today. I like Trace Jackson-Davis. I think he's solid. I don't know if Indiana has somebody to combat Hunter Dickinson down low. If it's not...
They don't.
They really don't. But, I don't know. 8.5 points is a lot, and Indiana is a solid enough team. I'm not, super high on Michigan. Yeah, I'm high on them. They're a really, really good team. They're a 1 seed, and they have a chance to win the national tournament. But, I don't know. It's hard to make a pick against Michigan, even against the spread, because I have to talk bad about Michigan, and I don't want to. But, Indiana, I feel can cover this number. That's it. That's really all I got.
I mean, they can. I mean, if they play out of their minds. But, I mean, Michigan is so much better. Indiana, I'm not as impressed with them as you are, I think. I really don't like this team.
Mm-hmm.
I think Michigan, could win this game by 20, 25 points. So
I can see it happening. It's possible. But I could also
I'm going with Michigan.
All right.
And I'm fairly confident about it.
That's fair. All right. Let me check all right, when we're betting, I wonder what the model looks like in terms of when Indiana's the home team. What do we got? I also need some chapstick. I'm going to grab that in a second. All right, so when Indiana's the home team.
Oh, God.
We are 0-4 against the spread. When Michigan is the away team, we are 1-1 against the spread. So the model is we should fade this game, essentially, is what's happening here. The model says Indiana, so Sam gets the win for this one. Only time will tell. In about 20 minutes, that game will tip off, which is pretty cool. What do you want to cover next? What do you think? Texas Tech?
Yeah, that's another noon game, so
okay.
Definitely should touch on that.
What is the current line?
The current line, give me a second. Texas Tech -4.
4 now. That's very interesting. I'm shocked it's moving that direction, to be completely fair.
I'm a little surprised too.
The model wouldn't be surprised if it could speak, though, because it's predicting a 72-64 Texas Tech win, almost 8-point win for Texas Tech at home, which is pretty wild. I was really surprised. I'm going to put this in here real quick.
The model really likes Texas Tech.
Yeah, it's really strange. Hold on. Texas Tech. I want to dive into the detailed stats on this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in terms of continuity, 75.3 minutes are consistent from last year in terms of players. Texas Tech's at 28.6% of their minutes played by the same dudes as last year. So Texas is going to be the more experienced team. Obviously, we know that. Texas has typically played faster, and it's showing that they're going to lose this game, which is interesting because the model will usually favor a team that plays faster. So, that's a little edge there for Texas Tech, given the fact that it's still pumping out a win. It's saying Texas Tech is going to score more inside the three-point line. Texas is going to score more outside the three-point line, and Texas Tech has the edge in free throws. So the difference here is it looks like it's about 3 points of margin on the free throw difference. Texas Tech seems to get to the line and convert at a higher rate than Texas does. This game could truly go either way. It's not like this 3.5 line is dead set saying Texas Tech is going to win. I could see Texas winning this game by 10. I could see Texas Tech winning this game by 10. I'm more inclined to take the points with Texas, but Texas Tech is home. So, I don't know. I'm just a little scared. What do you think? Try to convince me. Give me some information.
As you were speaking, I put a wager in for Texas Tech. Am I confident in that? Not super confident. Like you said, I could definitely see Texas winning this game, but also both of these teams, I'm one of these teams I think will go out to a pretty solid lead in the maybe early second half.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you live bet the other team because I've seen Texas have big comebacks and I've seen them blow leads, and I've seen Texas Tech do the same.
Yep.
So I could definitely see this game looking like it could get ugly and then tighten up towards the end. But I do at home. I like Texas Tech. I think maybe a big game from Mac McClung. And those Texas guards, they can shoot the lights out. They're great, but I've seen in recent days they can play a little over aggressive defensively and get themselves into foul trouble.
Yeah,
it happened against was that the West Virginia game where Ramey was out for?
Yeah, Ramey.
Yeah, it was fourth with 8 minutes left or something.
Yeah,
and it really turned the tides of that game. So if McClung, he's going to be aggressive going to the hoop and trying to make his own shot. So we'll see if they can stay out of foul trouble.
That would be a definite plus for the Texas Longhorns. Alrighty, what else we got here? Florida at Kentucky. We got Kentucky minus 2.5.
What?
Minus 2.5. Is that correct? Because I've messed up which team is favored in the past.
You're right. You're right.
Correct?
You're correct.
Okay. Florida.
It makes sense. Why they're Florida? Kentucky.
No shot.
Kentucky.
You saw
minus
what Florida did last
10.
time out. I saw them. They went up I don't know. I saw Florida minus 2 their last game. I forget who they were playing. I'm really bad with this.
Their last game, they played the 23rd at Auburn.
Yeah, it was
Auburn. That was Tuesday, I believe.
Yeah, and Sharif Cooper was out, and Florida just absolutely destroyed them and took advantage. Kentucky stinks. Florida.
Kentucky didn't look too bad in their last outing.
I don't care. Florida's more talented. I don't care. They have more to play for, I feel like.
Kentucky went into Tennessee and beat them by 15.
Say that one more time.
Kentucky last Saturday they went into Tennessee and they won by 15.
Is that supposed to mean something to me, Sam? We're talking about
Tennessee
here.
We're talking about Kentucky. And Kentucky
Tennessee is 7-point favorites on the road today against somebody, and they're not going to cover.
Vandy.
It's at Auburn, and they're still not going to cover. Auburn's without Sharif Cooper. I guarantee you this game is going to be 70-70, and a high-powered. It's going to be a really fast-paced game, but no scoring. It's going to be it's going to be like LSU Georgia pace, but they're not going to put the ball in the hoop
with no execution. There's a lot of turnovers, a lot of bricks. But Kentucky, they've won 3 in a row. They're playing better, and I cannot wait until they run the table in the SEC tournament to make the tournament. And I like a -2 today against Florida. Mm-mm. You're saying Florida's definitively more talented. I wouldn't quite go there because Kentucky is one of the more talented teams in the country. They have this number 1 overall draft class, and I've said it a bunch of times on these shows that these younger teams reason they're struggling is because they didn't have the preseason that they're used to get to know their teammates and whatnot. And we're seeing it with Duke, and we're seeing it with Kentucky now too. They're starting to figure it out.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. You can think the way you want to think.
So it was you can do what you want.
I don't care. Well, hold on. Watch this.
I'm going to send you a text around 5:45 today. I can't and say, you still like the Florida pick? They're down by 25 with 2 minutes left.
What time is this game? 4 o'clock?
It's at 4 o'clock.
All right. So, let's get some stats on this. Florida 12-6. Kentucky 8-13. I don't care how good you are. You're 8-13. You are what your record says you are. No, I don't know. Look, Kentucky. I don't completely disagree with you. I'm just kind of giving you a hard time. I don't know. Florida. They would be such a good team if Keontae Johnson didn't go down. It's such a shame. I feel real bad for that team. Feel bad for him. I don't know. I don't know. I'm putting a bet in on Florida right now. So.
I don't do one on Kentucky right now.
Alrighty. All right, let's cover a couple more games and let's wrap this up. Anything you have on your radar?
Let's find out.
Oh, I have a pick. I got a pick.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah. Let's do Minnesota at Nebraska. Minnesota minus 2.5, 145 model.
2.5?
Yeah, dude. 75 to 71 we're projecting. Minnesota is going to be the play. Their favorite. This is actually a model play. It's within 1 to 2. I missed this one. All right, cool. I like it based off the eye test. So Minnesota minus 2.5 on the road at the worst team in the Big Ten. Minnesota gets the praise they get because
of Marcus Carr.
Well, yeah, and because they're good at home, and they beat Illinois at home, and Illinois is pretty solid. Lost Iowa.
They beat Michigan at home.
It was Michigan, not Illinois, or was it both?
It's both.
Oh, interesting.
I think, but maybe not. I know it's Michigan is one of them.
But I mean, anyways, that's kind of why they're
they lost to Illinois at home by 29 last week.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
But they are Michigan's only loss.
I just think that they're a better team than Nebraska, and this line's super low. I'm gonna go on
Nebraska
Minnesota.
Stinks.
They're not good. They're really not good at all.
Yeah, no, I love Minnesota here. That seems like an easy play.
It does. Another good game. We have Oklahoma State at Oklahoma. Oklahoma minus 5, 139 on the total. You got anything on that?
-5. That one's moved too, I think, or has moved since I looked at it.
Dude, that was like 8:30 this morning. I took Oklahoma State plus 3.5 last time out.
I might have been bugging, but I thought I saw like 7.
Maybe it went up. I don't know. We can check.
But that was I have 5 in front of me right now, but I feel like it was 7 maybe this morning or something. But I could be wrong. I remember thinking of something else.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's gonna be a good game. I'm personally leading Oklahoma with the points actually. Being at home, they're definitely the more talented team. I mean, obviously, Cade Cunningham is probably the best player on the court for either side. But, 5 points is a low enough number that I'm comfortable taking that. Oklahoma State will linger, I think, for a good amount of this game. But it's what are they going to do when Cunningham's sitting?
That's the question all year for them.
So if they can, be somewhat productive when he's out, then yeah, I could see him covering, even winning. But I think that Oklahoma is a little deeper and more talented overall. So I'll take a -5. I'm comfortable with that.
Alrighty. You want to touch on Illinois, Wisconsin?
I think we should. It's a very intriguing game.
It is for many reasons. So Illinois is on the road. Wisconsin home -4.5, 136 on the total. The model's looking at a 72 to 69 Wisconsin win. So it's showing an Illinois cover. However, there's no we do our model predictions on strictly team basis. Just because there's so much turnover in college basketball, it's just really tough to get player stats and say a freshman comes in. What am I supposed to do? Get his JV and varsity stats and put it in? Come on. It's not going to happen. But Ayo Dosunmu broke his nose. He's not playing. He's out till the Big Ten tournament or possibly through the Big Ten tournament. They're playing in March no matter what, so he'll be back at some point, probably with a face mask on, which is pretty interesting. When he goes into a store, he's got a double mask now. How crazy is that?
Oh, wow. This is going to be the legend when he comes out with a mask on in the Big Ten tournament.
The legend of Ayo. Wisconsin minus. It's saying they're going to win by 3. The spread is 4.5. I feel like Ayo. The difference between Ayo and Ayo's replacement is a lot more than 1.5.
Yeah, it's. They're going to struggle, I think, without him.
The only problem, and every time we go over a Wisconsin game, I always say that especially when he went up against Garza, if you put him up against Hunter Dickinson. Wisconsin doesn't have the big beefy guys down low, and Kofi Coburn is gonna have his way if he chooses.
That's what scares me. I think 4.5, 5 points is a little too much, even if down Ayo. So, I like Illinois with the points here. I'll take those points, and I think Wisconsin will pull out the win, but 4.5, I'd probably buy a half point, make it 5. So I like Wisconsin, or I like Illinois.
The-
It's definitely a little scary.
I just don't feel like Coburn is a guy that takes over games. He Io turned into the man for a reason.
I think he really. It's not the fact that he can't. I think it's he didn't have to. Like,
but he was the one that was talked about in the beginning, and then Io took over, and now it's just Io's team with Kofi there, and I don't know.
It's a big statement game then for Coburn, so
it's a good point as well.
Maybe he's gonna have a big day. Maybe a little 25-12.
That would be nice. Anything else we should touch on before we wrap this up?
Nothing that I really particularly love on the board.
All right, I want to add a segment real quick, a rapid fire segment
called
Dogs That Can Win today, because it's college basketball and we can do this. This has nothing to do with the model. This is strictly my opinion and your opinion. I'll read off a game. I'll read off the dog versus who and see if we could do it. We got 7 minutes till 12 o'clock. Maybe some sneaky little money line parlays in here. All right, Sam, rapid fire. Let's go. Kansas State at West Virginia. No. Not Kansas State. VCU underdogs to Davidson.
Yes.
I think that's possible. Vanderbilt underdogs to Mississippi at home.
I think that's possible.
You think so?
I think it's possible.
That's going to be a hefty money line. The spread's at 8. Texas at Texas Tech. We covered that. Texas can win.
Yeah, 100%.
BC at home, 8-point underdogs to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think it could happen. Notre Dame isn't very good, or isn't great, and if BC is feeling it, then I mean, I think it. I don't think it will. I think it can. That one's a little less confidence.
True. This was rapid fire. I totally forgot. Washington State plus 3.5. Arizona State.
Oh, yes. 100%.
Washington at Arizona. 13.5 point spread. I'm gonna say no.
I'm gonna say no there too.
Utah home versus USC. Can they win? Yes. Will they win today? Probably not.
No. USC is I think a lot better than people are giving them credit for.
For sure. Florida at Kentucky. We covered that. Florida can win.
Obviously.
Yeah. Cal plus 9.5 at home against Oregon. I'm gonna say they can win, but it's a really, really, really small chance.
I think they can. I think they'll cover, but Oregon is kind of nice. So.
Yeah. What's the next one? DePaul home, 3-point underdogs to Georgetown. They could win.
Oh yeah, 100%.
UCLA on the road at Colorado. Inconsistent Pac-12 basketball. They can win.
Actually, I like that. You think so? Let me see. Yeah, let me see. Let me see what we got here.
It's we're looking at a 9-point Colorado win.
Whoa, they're a 6.5 point favorite.
Yeah.
I actually really like UCLA to cover here, and I don't hate them to win either.
Ride with it.
Let's do it.
See what you got. Next game. All right, we disagree on this one, but Indiana at home versus Michigan. I think Indiana can win. I think it's a small chance.
Not a shot.
It's a small chance. It's a small chance. I don't think they're gonna do it. And by small
chance,
yeah,
there's a small chance,
less
and
than 5%.
There's also a small chance I win the lottery right now. So
all right, listen. All right, TCU at Iowa State. This is a pick'em game. Yeah, TCU. There's really no underdog here. The line probably fluctuated, but TCU.
I like Iowa State.
Yeah. TCU can win, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Nebraska at home versus Minnesota. Yes, but wouldn't put my money on it.
Yeah, it's obviously possible, but I don't love Minnesota as a team, but I love them against Nebraska.
For the sake of the segment, the answer for that game is probably no.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're going to want to know what teams you should probably throw a money line in, and Nebraska's not one of those.
No.
Creighton. On the road, they're favored. So Xavier's the home team, underdog, 4.5 points.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oklahoma State at Oklahoma? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Auburn at home against Tennessee? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without Sharif Cooper, though. That's important to note.
Yeah.
I still think
yeah, I'd still say yeah, because Tennessee kind of sucks sometimes, so.
They do. Okay. Illinois at Wisconsin. We covered that. Yes. Oregon State at Stanford. Oregon State underdogs 7 points. I want to say maybe like a 25% chance that Oregon State can win.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched either of those two teams very much. So.
Stanford's really sneaky. I'm a big fan. Stanford and BYU are those two West Coast teams that are like under the radar. They don't get the press, but I feel like they're pretty solid.
Yeah.
Mississippi State at home against Alabama. They can win.
They can win it.
Marquette on the road at Connecticut. No. I mean, they can, but I'm not going to. Don't put it in a parlay.
No.
St. Mary's at BYU.
Yes.
Boise State at San Diego State.
Yes.
Rhode Island at Duquesne. That's a pick. So
yes.
Yeah. Wake Forest at VT.
No.
There's a chance. There's definitely a chance.
There's definitely a chance.
LSU at Arkansas. Yeah.
Yeah. LSU could definitely win that game.
What were you saying before?
If Virginia Tech sports have taught me anything, is that whenever you have hope, it's never a good sign for
whenever you have hope, you don't.
Yeah. So, could definitely see a Wake Forest win today. What time is that game?
I'm not sure. I think it's like 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock.
4 o'clock. All right, cool.
Okay. South Carolina at Georgia. Yeah, they could win.
Yeah, I guess.
I wouldn't do it today though. Louisville at Duke. Don't put it in your parlay. Yeah. They can win, but don't put it in your parlay.
Yeah, no. Right now, I have a hard time betting against Duke right now.
I don't know. Maybe I'll tease them down, I feel like.
Yeah, maybe.
You get like a little 5-point teaser. Who would be the other suitor for this one? Quick little 2-teamer. Buy it down.
Maybe like a Tech -4.
Give me the extra 5 points with Florida. 7.5. I would take that. I don't know. All right, let's finish this out. Close out the stream. What else we got? Kansas at home versus Baylor. Yeah, they can win.
They will win.
Look what we got here.
Let's go Jayhawks.
Nah, go Bears. Go Bears today. Miami on the road at Clemson. No shot.
Not yet, no.
UNC at home against Florida State. They can if they're on.
100% they can win.
Syracuse can win on the road at Georgia Tech. Yeah.
Sure.
It's possible. And that is it. That's the show. Let's check the YouTube comments real quick. We got nothing left. But that is pretty much it. Our concurrent viewers just dropped from 4 to 1. Didn't even wait for my outro. So disrespectful.
Rude.
So disrespectful. I hope it helps the picks, though. Any final thoughts? I really got nothing more for you.
Yeah, I got nothing more with any college basketball, I guess. I'll have some hockey picks out hopefully in the next hour, but I do have one game for 1 o'clock, so I guess I'll just say that's going to be Washington Capitals money line against the Devils, just in case I don't get the blog out before puck drop. So I'm on the record of putting it out there before the game started.
Fuck yeah. Alrighty. So that is this Saturday's episode of the Cap Rack 1 hour live stream taking you up to the 12 o'clock tip. It is now 12:01, so some games are indeed tipped off. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at Caps on Sports. Check out our website, www.capsonsports.com. TikTok, did I say that? At Caps on Sports. Pretty much all social medias. Facebook we're on too, but it's pretty much just our Instagram feed. I'm not going to tell you to go follow that because you can follow us on Instagram. So, for myself, my name is Tyler Blumenstick, alongside my co-host, Sam Meehan. We'll see you... I just started a new job, so we're going to have to figure out what to do with the Cap Rack early in the morning. But stay tuned. Follow us on the socials I just said. And, turn on notifications and you'll find out. Adios.